Just because you're in an RV doesn't mean your meals have to suffer. And not only do you have an insane kitchen in this, but your living area is so incredibly cozy that you and your guests may never want to leave. This is the Keystone Montana 3795 FK, and it has a ton going for it. So let's get into it. The kitchen has an incredible amount of counter space, large fridge, and an elevated bar top. If a big kitchen in an RV and a ton of kitchen storage is what you're looking for, then you are going to love this floor plan. And on top of that, like I said, the living area and everything beyond in this one is just incredible. But the kitchen itself, look at how much countertop and prep space you get in this thing. It's all solid surface. You have the multi-function sink over here with the glass rinse, vegetable rinse, the high-rise pull-down faucet. You have three electrical outlets in here, one of them even being prepped for an inverter, so that if for some reason you're not somewhere you have full hookup with this beast, you can still be able to use an appliance there. And storage galore. Obviously, if you have big countertops, that means big storage underneath, and you can see that. I mean, I'll open just a few of these up. Motion sensor lights underneath the sink. You can see how much room you have under there. You have more storage, pull-out trash can storage, drawers. All these are slow close. A big drawer here with silverware tray, storage up here next to the microwave. And just in case that's not enough, you have storage here, storage here. I mean, there is so much storage in this kitchen, it is wild. And all of it is solid wood cabinetry. It's all very well constructed and well built. Now, as for cooking, you have a 3-burner cooktop right here with the oven underneath. If we look at the windows here, you'll notice a couple different things. One of them, they've changed some stuff. We'll see it down there, but I just want to show the bottom part is a screen. The top part is going to be your shade, but the cool thing about this shade is the backside is reflective, so it helps keep out all the heat. And again, as we kind of swing around, one of the things I really like is this, and this is the area you're probably gonna sit and eat most of the time. Yes, it's built for two, I understand, right? If you have guests, you're gonna have to eat in the main living area, but this is cool. I mean, not because you're lording over your friends and guests, but because you can sit here and still be able to watch the TV, and it just feels like an open space, right? A lot of times, it just kind of feels like the eating area is an afterthought, and it felt like this one was just a little more intentional in design. As for the refrigerator, you have a couple different options. Now, this one is a 12-volt refrigerator, and it is 20 cubic foot. The other option, if you so choose, is you can get a residential refrigerator, which is a little bit smaller. It's going to be 18 cubic foot, but with the residential one, it comes with the inverter, and you get an ice maker. So a couple different options. And then the last thing I do want to point out in here is right up front, and I'm sure you saw this right away, but that is just the massive front windshield, bringing in so much light, creating one of the coolest backsplashes for a sink, because if you have a view out the front, I think that's possibly the only way myself personally would enjoy doing dishes. The furniture features theater seating directly across from an entertainment center and dual slides with sofas in both, and all the furniture is Lazy Boy exclusive. The Lazy Boy name carries a lot of weight, and by weight, I mean the fact that it uses better foam than what is currently being used in the industry. That means all the furniture is going to be a lot more comfortable. I'm a big fan of that. I actually have Lazy Boy furniture in my house, and I'm pretty impressed with what they've done. Now, the theater seats here are going to be fully powered, both in lumbar support, legs, everything that you would want, cup holders here as well. Again, sofas on both sides. The cool thing about that is that not only does this floor plan offer a ton of seating if you're one that likes to entertain and have friends and family over, but both of these can fold out into beds. So you can be able to sleep essentially 4 guests in this main living area, which I think is just really cool in a floor plan that's mainly built for 2. You also see the 50-inch smart TV, and you have a great view, even whether you're in this living room or up in the kitchen. As you saw, you have a great view to that. JBL sound system and the large fireplace underneath that not only looks great, but is also a functional space heater. You'll also notice right up top that you have some additional storage. And speaking of up top, a couple things I want to point out. One is that you have a ceiling fan. Another is that you have the max air fan. So if you want, you can open up some windows, get some great ventilation through here. There's another one in the kitchen. This one though, if you so choose, you can swap out for an optional third AC. The ensuite features a king bed, large wardrobe, dual vanity, and one-piece shower. When you step up into the bedroom, you'll see the king bed that is set in a slide out. Now, there is pretty good storage underneath. You can see the hoses right there that are for your central vac that's up in the front kitchen. Now, on the sides of the slides are windows, and they both open for cross ventilation. And you will also see right over here the large wardrobe. I'll slide this open. You can see all that hanging space, motion sensored light, and there is washer dryer prep. So if you want a washer dryer, it makes it a lot easier to install, or the fact you can install it. You'll also see that they have changed. They used to have nightstands kind of built into the slides. Now they are flip-up nightstands right here, so it's there if you want it, but otherwise you can drop it down so it's easier to make the bed. The second AC will be located right back here. Neat thing about this is it uses residential filters, which makes it a lot easier to change. Make sure that you're breathing clean air. At the foot of the bed is a 32-inch smart TV that is angled downward, so it's easier to see in bed. Window below that, right underneath that, is going to be the dresser, and something that's really cool is this right here. Lift that up, you can see that they have a nice jewelry tray there. They also get some additional storage over to the side, so again, if you just need a little bit more, they have provided it for you. And then when you step into the bathroom, man, I love this. You get a dual vanity. Always a big fan of that. Something else they've done, a pretty cool storage solution, is this right here. So this is going to be storage for hot items. If you have a hair dryer or flat iron or curling iron, when you're done, you can put them right in there. That way you don't have to sit on the countertop and potentially burn your counter. You also see storage over here to the side, so you have a good linen closet. Slow close hinges on everything, by the way, may add. And then you have mirrored medicine cabinet up top. Nice big vent fan here as well. And then when I step into the shower, this is a one-piece shower, which is going to help basically almost eliminate chances for leaks. You'll also see the teak seat here over to the side. Nice big skylight, gives me some additional height, and even without it at 6 foot, you can see I can stand up. Now at 6'1", you may rub, but at 6 foot, I am good. And then you have the shower tower. So you see the shower head, hand wand, and some body sprays. All right, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2025 Keystone Montana 3795 FK. Starting off right up front with the gorgeous front cap. Now we'll take a better look when we get down the side, but this one does have full body paint as it has the legacy package. You'll see that it has some light strips inlaid in here. The hitch vision, which helps as you're backing up to help align your hitch with the kingpin. There's also a light in case you're hooking up at night, and the kingpin itself is the road armor kingpin. So it has a pivoting head. That way, as you are starting and stopping your tow vehicle, you're not going to get as much of that jerking sensation. Coming on down here, you can see this front door. It is slam latch. One of the things I really like about Keystone in general in Montana is that they do a great job with wire and cable management. Right over to the side, you can basically see all sorts of different components. So you have your solar charge controller. That one right there is going to be the 30 amp. It comes standard with 220 watts of solar, but you can upgrade that substantially. You also see a disconnect for the solar panel itself, as well as a battery disconnect for the whole coach. You can also see the TPMS, or tire pressure monitoring system prep, located right there, and of course our battery off to the side, as well as over into the side is the hydraulic fluid, so that if you need to replace it, you know exactly where that's at. All the hydraulic lines too, because this one has both hydraulic auto leveling, as well as your main slides are going to be hydraulic driven as well. As we kind of come around to the side again, you can see that beautiful full body paint. As I mentioned, this is the Volcano paint scheme, and we're able to get that paint because of that legacy package. Now that does a number of things for you. It also gives you a rear painted cap. It will give you a wine guard, 4G LTE inside. It just gives you the camera system, all sorts of fantastic upgrades. And again, if you want full body paint, that is something that you're going to need. Right over to this side is a 30-pound propane tank. You have another one on the other side. And kind of as I mentioned, you have the camera system, so you'll have both side cameras as well as a rear observation camera, just giving you added visibility. Something else you get with the legacy package, a couple things in here. One of them is you get a whole coach surge guard, which is a fantastic thing to have. It is already wired in for you, so you don't have to get one after the fact. And you get the in-command system. That is a computer system inside. It is actually a smart system, so you can tap into that with your cell phone. So let's say you have this on a seasonal lot and you know that you're making your way there. You can turn on your AC in the morning and having it running, so that way when you get there, your RV is already nice and cool. Getting into the $37.95 is nice and easy thanks to the More Ride Step Above Steps aluminum treads on here. This first one's a little bit bigger, so you have a larger platform coming out of the RV. The aluminum isn't going to rust. It's going to look nice, easy to put away as well as deploy thanks to these struts inside. You will also see that you have the More Ride safety rail, so from the very first step to the last step, you have great control. Now going up top, we'll see a couple different things. You have one of two power awnings up here, so you have that with the LED light strip. Man, it is bright out today. You also have a second awning right over here, and you can also see the slide topper prep there. The windows, or not prep, sorry, slide toppers. It's not prepped, it comes with it. You have slide toppers, which are gonna help protect from some of the debris and stuff that falls down. Now, they can't put it on every slide due to some of the positioning, but if it's able to have it, it does have it. The windows on here are going to be square frameless windows. Not only do they look great, but also they kind of tilt open, which means you can a lot of times have them open while it's raining, unless it's like a sideways rain. And again, as we talked about inside with those new pleated shades, it also has the reflective surface on the back, so that way it helps keep the heat out, and those are just way more impressive than one would think. Dropping down, this is another big change for 2025, and that is that they have gone to Gladiator axles. Folks, these are 17.5-inch tires. If we take a look, you can see right here, 215/75, 17.5-inch, and on top of that, these are going to be H load range. So you want to talk about a big beefy tire that can withstand a lot of weight. This is it, especially in conjunction with that tire pressure monitoring system. That should give you fantastic peace of mind when towing this one down the road. This is another reason this floor plan is so great. Take a look at that storage. I am telling you, there is so much outside storage here, right? The pass-through, I know what you were thinking. We were up there in the garage, you're like, Ian, it's so small, but that's because it was all back here. A ton of storage, a ton of access points, including the big one right here in the back. Now, I can't get to it because we're at a show and everything's so close, but you can see how that drops down and you get all that additional space. On the back of the coach, you'll get the rear observation camera, a ladder, and you will also get a 3,000-pound hitch. That does have a flat 4. Now, this is a pretty big rig, so if you plan on towing anything, just be sure you are within state law. If we kind of come up to our utilities, we'll see all sorts of great things, from the winterization system, easy water heater bypass there, but something else that you get with the Legacy package, in addition to great things like the electric power cord reel and disc brakes, is going to be this right here, which are your power dump valves. So that's something that's new for 2025 in the Legacy package. That is a pretty cool addition. With an insane kitchen, a very impressive living space with Lazy Boy furniture, and an amazing ensuite, this coach right here is one you don't want to miss. Thanks for joining me, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.